We're going to do a little game, if you will, right now. I want everybody to take out your cell phones. No, Mr. Realtor will not take them away right now. But when we're done with the exercise, you have to put them back in your pocket. If you don't have a cell phone on, you pretend like you have your cell phone, okay? Quietly. Shh. Does everybody have them out? Okay, let me grab mine. Pretend like you're driving your car. And then one hand on the wheel, one hand has your phone. Pretend like you're driving. And you got a text, so you're reading the text. So now this text is so darn important that you have to respond. You have to have both hands on, one hand on the wheel. It's in between the steering wheels. Okay. So now you've read the text. Now you got to respond to that text because it's so important. So pretend like you're typing the text and you're going to respond. How long did that take, Laura? 13 seconds. It took you 13 seconds to send that text. So remember that number because it's going to become very important later on, okay? 13 seconds. Did any of you guys know Kelsey Raphael here? Some of you did. She was my daughter. All I ever wanted to do in life was be a mom. I wanted to take care of my kids. And after fighting so hard to get kids, on May 2nd of 1992, I was blessed with twins. Courtney was born at 2:23 a.m. and Kelsey was born at 2:30. The best, and I mean it, the best day of my life. I had my babies, I could take care of them, I could spoil them. It's everything that I wanted in life. Throughout the years growing up, they were inseparable. Courtney was our little princess, and Kelsey was the one that took care of everybody. As you can see in the lower picture here, that's Kelsey feeding Courtney. And Courtney used to just eat it right up because Kelsey would feed her almost every meal in the high chairs. They loved to sing together. They were in Hiawatha skating together. They did everything together. When they went to preschool, the preschool teacher said, we have to separate them. And I looked at the teachers and I said, good luck with that. So they tried. Kelsey went to the drawing table one day and Courtney was going to the water table. And Kelsey looked at the teacher and the teacher said, it's okay, Kelsey. Your sister's just going to be over there. And Kelsey looked up at the teacher and said, I want my sister and I want her now. She didn't get her sister. They kept them separated. But as soon as they got into elementary school and that, I kept them together. I said they needed to be together, and when they determined they didn't want to be together anymore, we'd separate them. So, in high school, they were both on POMs. Kelsey was only a POM girl for her sophomore and junior year. Courtney was all 4 years. And you can see that Kelsey in the middle there, she's the hugger. Courtney didn't really care for her to be mushed on, if you will. So Kelsey would always tease her and hug on her and pick on her. They had really good times together. These are just some more pictures of Kelsey. She loved to have her picture taken. She would even take her own picture. Up there where she's in the green, that was in January of 2010. She was in BPA for 4 years, and when she had just placed and was ready to go to States for the 3rd time. The lower picture there, she was a senior in 2010, and that was her first PEP assembly. I had the honor of taking the girls' senior pictures. It was one of the best times that we all had together as a family, because we went to the beach and stuff, took pictures there, pictures in my house and stuff. The picture right over here in the middle, I do have to say, I didn't take that one. Kelsey took that one. She leaned up against our fence in our yard and snapped the picture, and that picture has become the picture of Kelsey since she's passed away. But I can't take credit for it because I didn't take it. Then came January 24th, 2010 at 3:37 p.m. I got a call from one of Kelsey's friends, Stacy, who is here with us today. And she said, "Bonnie, Kelsey's been in an accident." And I said, "Okay, where are you?" And she said, "We're down by the high school." So I'm thinking, down by the high school? Can't be bad, right? She said, "It's really bad." So I said, "Did she roll the car?" Stacy says, "No, she didn't roll the car." So I'm still thinking, can't be bad. She's down by the high school and she didn't roll the car. So I said, Ronnie and I are on our way. We were only 2 miles away. So we go down 3 Mile, we turn on to Seymour, because she was on Seymour. And as soon as I turned the corner and I saw all the lights, saw the fire truck, the ambulance, state, city, and sheriffs, I knew that it was bad. I kept telling Ronnie to drive faster, but he couldn't. And I swear I was out of the car before it was even stopped. When I got around the car, the car that was, the sheriff's car that was there where I could see, this is what I saw. But my daughter was in the car. I could see her blonde hair. After Kelsey died, but a few days later, I found out she was talking on the phone when she went out to pass. She was distracted by a conversation. She went out to pass and realized she didn't have enough time to get by when she'd already committed. How do I know that? I spoke to the person that she was on the phone with, and her last words were, "Oh shit, I'm gonna crash." So she knew she was in trouble. She knew she shouldn't have been talking on the phone. She knew she didn't have enough time. How many seconds did it take you guys to send a text? 13 seconds. It took 6 to 8 seconds to kill my daughter. So in that 13 seconds you took to type that text, you could have either killed yourself or killed somebody else, because you're distracted by sending the text, just like she was distracted by talking on the phone. I have her best friend, Stacy, who's gonna talk. Stacy was there that day. Stacy was following Kelsey, and Stacy saw everything that happened. So Stacy.
Kelsey was at my house that day, and we just ate dinner, and she wanted so badly to go up to Walmart to get an icy. It's all she was talking about. We drove separately because she wanted to drop her car off at her house and ride with me, and I would just drop her back off after. Kelsey was behind, and she went to go past, and she was a recently new driver, and she was always asking questions when I was with her, trying to be the best and safe driver that she could possibly be. She went out to go past, and I was gonna go out with her, and then I saw how close the car would come in. And I saw Kelsey go for it, and she got back over, and I just remembered feeling that relief, like she made it. Then, blink of an eye, she just got tossed right back over into the path of oncoming car. And I got out of my car, and I was hoping so badly that she'd like walk out, just look at me and be like, my parents are gonna kill me, I wrecked the car. But that didn't happen. I got over to Kelsey's car, and I found her unconscious. And I called 911 in Bonnie, and I was standing there wanting so badly to do something to help my friend who was sitting there, and there was nothing I could do. So next time you guys go text and drive, just think what happened to Kelsey. And it is your choice, but it's also a choice that kills. I would never wish upon any of you to go through what any of us have gone through to Kelsey that day.
Kelsey wanted to graduate from high school and turn 18. The first girl here with the long hair is Courtney, her twin sister. The empty seat back with the hat on is Kelsey. Kelsey didn't get to graduate because of the mistake of talking on the phone. Remember, I said all I wanted to do was be a mom and take care of my kids. This is the only way I can take care of Cal now. I make sure she has fresh flowers. There's no weeds growing around. I make sure everything is neat and tidy. Because she chose to speak on a phone and drive. I had two choices I could have done after Kelsey died. I could have stayed in my room and curled up in a little ball, which at times I wish I still would do. But I decided to do what I know Kelsey would do. And that would be to spread the news and try and make it so that we could save at least one life. So we developed what's called the KDR Challenge. KDR stands for Kids Driving Responsibly, and it just so happens to be Kelsey's initials. What the KDR Challenge does is we go to all of the high schools and speak to them, and then we dare you to take the challenge. The challenge being not to talk or text while driving. If you take that challenge, we have thumb bands and we have a banner for you to sign. The second part of this challenge is I'm in the process of getting legislation, a Kelsey's bill passed. It's in the draft state right now, and we hope it goes to Senate to vote within the next few months. What that bill states is that any young driver 18 or under cannot have a cell phone in use whatsoever in their car unless it's an emergency. We just had a ball tournament. We had Senator Walker there, he's throwing the ball. That's who I'm working with for the legislation. A bunch of Kelsey's friends. We had 11 teams. I guess that's unusual for a ball tournament. Just some more pictures of the ball tournament. And that's Cal. That's at that first pep assembly, and that just shows you what kind of girl Kelsey was. She was happy. She was a firecracker. She was a beautiful young lady just starting her life. And it was taken away because of the choice she made. So today I ask you to take the KDR Challenge and sign the sign and get the thumb band. And don't talk or text while you drive.